Time to talk about something America rarely wants to say out loud. The vast majority of mass shootings and acts of domestic terror in this country are committed by young white men. Not immigrants, not refugees, not black men, not the groups we're so often told to fear. The numbers don't lie. Young white men are pulling the trigger. Now, that doesn't mean being white or male makes you violent. What it does mean is that history, entitlement, and culture collide in dangerous ways. White men in this country have been told for generations, the system is yours. The jobs, the status, the power, all guaranteed. But when that promise doesn't show up, when diversity, progress, or economic shifts feel like a threat, some of these young men don't just sulk, they lash out. And violence becomes their way of trying to reassert control. Now, this is the moment where, in order to deflect from the real issue, certain people, like clockwork, decide they want to talk about high crime rates in black communities. So let me pause and make a few things make sense on that score. High crime in black communities is rooted in history and policy, not character. Generations of redlining and housing discrimination, concentrated poverty and cut-off wealth building, underfunded schools and limited access to quality jobs created economic deserts to go along with the food deserts, while disinvestment left neighborhoods without resources that stabilized community. At the same time, systemic over-policing and mass incarceration disrupted families and eroded trust. Add untreated trauma, scarce mental health support, and the easy availability of guns. I wonder how that happened. And you see structural inequality produce conditions where crime can thrive. It's not about broken people. It's about broken systems. And to be clear, because perspective matters, even with all those factors facing the black community, according to FBI data, white Americans are arrested for the majority of crimes in this country, including the majority of violent crimes in this country. But black communities are policed more aggressively, prosecuted more harshly, and punished more severely. The result is not just crime rates, but a cycle of criminalization that makes it seem like the problem is the people, when in reality the root cause has always been policy. Conversely, the data does not suggest that the historic systemic policy issues and environmental factors causing high crime in black communities are also factors for the young white men turning into domestic terrorists, lone assassins, and mass murderers in this country.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Kol Holayim La, Albanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakat, Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Jeremiah chapter 13 verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. And the Lord created the Hebrew Edomites to do evil, to bring forth wickedness upon the earth, man. They were not created to bring forth righteousness, to do good, to do what's according to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and righteousness, man. Salakia. Okay, they were made to bring forth chaos, mayhem, okay, slaughter, bloodshed, oppression, vexation, Okay, to be a culture vulture, all these things, man. These devils were made to do what the Lord has made them and brought them forth to do, man. He made them crooked. And it also states too, can you make straight what the Lord has made crooked? No, man. And the Lord made these people crooked, perverse, man. He made their spirit, which is in them, is not right. Everything about them is completely an error and negative. Okay, what the righteous see as good, they see as evil. Okay, and what the light is basically wicked to them, but the darkness is basically righteous to them, man. Roughly paraphrasing Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20, man, because they're prudent in their own eyes, man. Okay, they don't want to take heed, okay, to the instructions, the blueprint of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. They believe that they're above and can do better and do things better than the Heavenly Father, man. Okay, and our beloved elder apostles, elders, elder bishops, and elders on down have been telling you who the wicked is, who is your adversaries, who is your enemies. Psalms 83 and other various precepts, man. Okay, but the Lord has made these devils to bring forth wicked deeds, man. Okay, to oppress the nations, and mainly you Jakes, man. Okay, because again, this man is just come nothing but to shed blood, steal, rob, pillage, ravage, all these things, man. Let's grab this, man. Let's grab this piece right here. Let's see what Yahweh Shah says. St. John 10 verse 10. The thief cometh not, because again, this man is a thief, man. Okay, he steals and commits robbery on everything that he has gotten, man. Everything. Okay? As it says in the book of Sirach, matter of fact, I'm going to read that real quick. Just to prove a point, man. Okay, just to prove a point. Sirach 10, I believe, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. Okay? And in the midst of that unrighteous dealings and deceit, how was one of those things that he established that? Okay, again, let's jump back to St. John. Let's let the Bible talk. Okay, St. John chapter 10, verse 10. The thief, because this man is a thief, man. Okay, he is a thief. Okay, the father of it, man. A master thief, a complete robber, man. Okay, and he has stolen, strong-armed. Okay, he didn't just take it and run. He strong arm everything, man. Okay, the thief cometh not but for to steal. Again, it's establishing it, man. A thief comes nothing but to do what? To steal, to rob. Okay, he didn't even have the what you see today. It doesn't even have the any morals or any pity to even leave crumbs for people, man. He even takes the crumbs, man. When it tells you in our law, man, so you're supposed to leave a certain portion for the poor, man. He won't even do that, man. He wants to see everybody suffering. You people just can't wake the fuck up and just see who we're dealing with, man. Who is over you? Who was running the world, man? And you still have simple-minded jakes that want to save these people, man. May Yahweh Hashem Yahushua send those people that you worship and that you want to defend to destroy your ass, man. Okay? The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy, man. To kill and destroy, man. This is part of his DNA, his structure, how he was formulated by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Okay, because again, let's add more onto it. Let's add more onto it, man. Let's let the Bible talk. Let's add more, man. Proverbs, what the brother put up, Proverbs chapter 4. I'm going to read verses 16 to 17. And it reads, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief. And their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. And, that's, mainly going into, the government. The people that make the laws, the people that, are in the shadows controlling everything, man. The elites. And also, too, your congressman, your president. Okay? because their main agenda is to gather all the resources, because that's the real riches, is the resources of the earth, man, and land. Okay, cattle, silver and gold. Okay? But that man, he's not satisfied with that. He wants to look into your soul, man. He wants to know your thoughts. He wants to know your emotions. He wants to know how you operate on a daily basis, man. He wants to be in your mind, man. Okay? And he has an agenda, again, to bring forth what? Order out of chaos, man. He wants to bring forth, the plans, okay, the pandemics, the false flags, okay, agent provocateurs, all these things, man, because he doesn't give a damn of how many people have to be collateral damage, sacrifice, whatever it may be. He wants to accomplish his agenda because he doesn't give a damn about nobody but himself, because what? He's the wicked, man. Okay? Period, man. So Proverbs 4 verse 16, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence, because all the way they handle matters and situations, everything's a nail and they're the hammer. Okay? They're the gun, and the way to resolve the situation is they equip that gun with bullets, man, and they aim it at they issues, man. They don't want to have a logical, peaceful resolution, man. No, it's either you gonna get down or you gonna lay down with them, man. Okay, and they'll put up all these things on their witchcraft medias, the news and stuff like that, to condemn you, to say you're doing this, you're doing that, and to point the finger and bring forth some type of false blame on you, bear false witness on you, just to justify amongst, which they'll do it any damn way, but just to justify amongst a society, Babylon, and across the four corners of the earth, of why they're doing this, so they can seem to be justified and it's right, when it's actually a lie. Because the only way they know how to handle things is through wickedness and violence. That's their MO. So it's not surprising, man. Everybody's just now waking up, when the Lord has been showing us in front of our face, from the beginning, man. Okay? They have not changed. Period, man. They have not changed. As I read in Jeremiah 13 verse 24, they're accustomed to do evil. You can't change something that's accustomed to do evil to do good, man. Okay? And furthermore, man, when it comes to you Israelites, all the slaying and everything else, they none of their forefathers, none of the people right now, these Edomites, they're not sorry for anything that they have done. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to Revelation chapter 9 real quick. Now, this is talking about the elites, the ones that actually run the show and call the shots. But these Edomites have the same mentality, man. So let's read this real quick. Revelation chapter 9 verse 21. Neither repented they of their murderers. Okay, so when these devils slay you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians, they're not remorseful. They don't have a conscience where they feel like they're sorry for what they did. Are you fucking kidding me, man? They don't. And yet you have, the beloved elder Manata Zakba did a video, which, I'm probably going to add on it too. But, the Spirit jumped on me to do this tonight. I might do it at lunch, Lord willing, but we'll see. But, you had a coon Jake, just showing a hate, on the truth of the Bible, man. The Lord's not black, and, the this and that and this. Just a straight Sambo, man. Okay? But Revelation 9 verse 21, neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts, because again they stole everything. And again, this is going into the heads of the world, the ones that really control the shots. Okay, but again, these Edomites have the same thought process, the same mentality, the same spirit. They don't give a damn about what they've done to you Israelites or any other nation, man. They're not going to repent. They haven't repent even right now, and as a matter of fact, they're going back, as the brothers been bringing out, the elders, the elder apostles, elder bishops been bringing out. They're they're going back into that old pseudoscience, using those lies and those percentages and everything else, man. Okay, so they're re-bringing that, activating and awakening that grail back to life, man. Okay, but let's close out because the point is made, man. So let's see. Let's close out with this, because ain't nothing changed, man. You can't change what the Lord has made to be evil, man. And you people, y'all gonna learn the hard way, man. Y'all gonna learn the hard way what the prophets have been saying through the power and spirits of through the power and spirits and words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh was true, man. Okay, y'all gonna learn the hard way, man. All right, this is Psalm 73, starting off at verse 6. Their pride compasseth them about as a chain, and this is the proudest nation on the planet, man. The most proudest, pompous nation on the planet, man. They believe that they're never going to be touched. They're never going to have to answer or receive any type of judgment for what they have done and what they continue to do upon the earth, man. Okay, but the Lord has got them in a trick bag. All right, their pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment, because again, that's their MO. Okay, why? Come on, man. Just think about it, man. The Lord gave them the blessing of the sword. Is the sword going to tuck you in at night? Is the sword going to, tell you a bedtime story? Is the sword, going to teach you how to dance? Is the sword going to teach you how to speak 3 different languages? No, the sword brings forth bloodshed, violence. Okay? So what do you expect? These people, the only thing that they have produced and created upon the earth is weaponry. ICBM missile. ICBM missiles and all other types of weaponry. Tanks, airplanes. Okay, which the airplane was really created by Jake, but once they got the blueprint from it, they pushed on. Cars, all that stuff. Okay? But everything that they have created is for what? Violence. Okay, when will y'all get it, man? America has been at war since it's been established, man. I think they've only had between 10 and 40 years, somewhere in between that, of peace. But other than that, it's always been war. It's always been what? Violence. Okay? Verse 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart. They have more than their heart could wish, as I just said prior. They have everything because they have the dominion, the rulership over the earth. But they want more. Again, they want your spirit. They want your soul. They want to be inside of you to know what you're thinking, what you're doing. They want to be able to see through your eyes. They want to know when you're urinating, when you're defecating, when you busting a nut with your woman, man. Okay, how was his heart rate when he did that 25 pumps? Okay, how did it feel when he found out his wife was cheating on him, committing adultery? All these things, man. This man is the devil, man. He wants to be like Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. But on the left hand side, man. Because again, Isaiah 5 verse 20. Okay, they call evil good and good evil. And as I stated, you have the righteous remnant. I don't want to rock this out. We are those lively stones, those vessels going against the wicked, man. Roughly paraphrasing Sirach 33, I believe. Okay? The godly against the sinner and the sinner against the godly, man. Okay, Psalm 73 verse 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. Self-explanatory, man, because they don't give a damn what they have done to you. You ain't got your 40 acres and a mule. You ain't gonna receive no reparations. You ain't gonna receive the little bullshit sorries that they have gotten, that they have, so like that they have gave. I don't even think Esau has said sorry. I think the Hamite said sorry, but either way, it doesn't make a damn difference. They don't mean it. Even if they do say we sorry, this and that, they don't mean it. Okay, and again, look at Charles Lee Ray, what he was talking about. Look at Matt Walsh. Look at how they talk about you, man. And when the little the stuff that they putting out, the side, the ops, the side to the ops, all that stuff, and they do it with Jake. Then man, look, man. I'm just gonna leave it right there, man, because I'm gonna keep on talking, man. Real talk, man. So I don't want to write this out, man. I hope and I pray this is edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and Akwaf. And as a matter of fact, Salakia, I'm gonna close out with this. It just came to my mind. Yahweh Shem Yahshua want me to read this one, so I'm gonna read it real quick. I think that's First Peter. And it's self-explanatory, so I'll just read it and close out. First Peter. Is that chapter 4? Is that First Peter? Is that let me see real quick. Bear with me. What is that? Okay, yeah, First Peter chapter 5 verse 8. First Peter chapter 5 verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, be sober, be vigilant. Because your adversary, the devil, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeketh whom he may devour. So if you devour somebody, that's violence, right? If the devil is seeking, as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour, that's violence, man. When y'all wake up, man. I don't want to rock this out, man. I hope and I pray that this is edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and Akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.